Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the PM Reviews show.
Yep.
And talking about Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman.
Yeah, talking about Lesnar and Strowman. I think this is, from what we've gathered watching Raw. I think this is the match everybody wants to see. Like, they're teasing Finn Balor and Brock and Seth Rollins and Brock, but
Yeah, we want Braun Strowman. And it's okay. I think they'll wait till SummerSlam. I could kind of see him doing it. I feel like they wanted to do it, but they're like, you know what? SummerSlam, we always want to have that big draw, that big match.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, if they do it, and then after or before, when they have 3 potential opponents for Brock, which is good, because usually it seems like they put it at the last minute.
Yeah, usually Brock's matches do seem kind of thrown together, so it's good that they have a couple people maybe like sitting on the back burner or whatever.
Because usually it's like, all right, we need an opponent for Lesnar. He's coming back. It has to be huge, and then they're kind of, you can tell they're kind of like, who is it going to be? And
Braun Strowman's huge.
These are the reasons why we want to see Braun Strowman.
Well, yeah, number one,
he's the only legitimate opponent.
He's the only opponent that looks legitimate. Like,
I mean nobody's going to get in there and be able to technically fight like Lesnar, obviously, because he has that background. But like, it's one thing whenever a guy can stand there and you can like actually kind of believe it. Like, oh, this is a legitimate opponent for Lesnar. Like, this is a big money draw. Like.
Yeah, and Braun Strowman, I mean,
he's bigger.
He's over everywhere he goes. It's a fact. I mean,
he's probably the most hot guy in the company. We were saying that the other night when we were watching. Like,
yeah, every time, I mean, people just cheer, "Thank you, Strowman," and
they're trying to get him over as a heel, but people love him too much.
Yeah, it's never gonna work. Like, I mean, you're letting him take out Roman Reigns, who you want to be the top guy, but the fans don't want him to be the top guy, and you're letting this Braun Strowman dude take him out every week, and the fans are like, "Oh, he's keeping Roman off TV. We love it." Like, I mean,
yeah, and plus it's like, if you look at it, how are the fans gonna hate? It's like almost like whenever certain guys will get over, and it's like they're supposed to be a heel. How are you gonna hate the guy that's giving you the best matches every week? I'm not saying he's the best pure wrestler, but as far as entertainment value, there's really no one.
He's huge. He can do kip ups. He can do drop kicks. He can pick up Mark Henry and just throw him across the ring. I mean,
it's like nothing we've ever seen before. I mean, I know we say that with literally every giant, but this is like this time.
This dude's different. Like, he's
athletic. He's big.
Like, people throw the Big Show, like the young Big Show era still, but like, you can't like.
The Big Show could do some things he could do.
The Big Show wasn't. He was taller, but he wasn't as like muscular and as a thick of a man as Braun Strowman is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well,
he wasn't.
I've heard the Big Show say it on his documentary. He's even said, like, you know, I didn't really start hitting the weights till I was like, you know, maybe like 2007 or 2008. Like,
when he had to. I mean, really, if you think
he's like, why do I need to lift weights? I'm big. That's what I've heard him say that before.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't blame him. I wouldn't if I was him.
Braun Strowman.
But Braun Strowman, you can tell he's in the weight room.
And I mean, we've seen him take some. If you go watch the 2016 Royal Rumble.
They kind of hinted towards him and Lesnar.
Yeah, they hinted towards him and Lesnar. Lesnar would grab him up like he's going to suplex him, and there was a time where Lesnar actually, tagged him for real in the ring. He wouldn't sell for Lesnar, so Lesnar tagged him, and
Lesnar grew thin of patience.
His patience grew thin quickly, and
he let it be known.
He clubbed Strowman across the head, and Strowman went down.
It was kind of like the punch wasn't that bad. But then the elbow hit him kind of like this, if you can kind of see it.
Yeah.
And he put him down. You get back and watch the Rumble, you'll have to go find
the
exact
second. He used his whole forearm to hit him.
Like, when he hits him, you can tell that his head snapped back. Like, it wasn't like he's selling. It was like, okay, you just got hit because Lesnar kind of got angry.
Yeah, no, he got hit for real, and he took Strowman to the ground. But
it was a massive elbow to the face. Like, I've never. It was like clubbed. Like,
and I mean, it just, the feud would just be so good because you got these two monstrous strong men. Like,
Paul Heyman if you give something this good to Paul Heyman, he makes these feuds that I don't really want to even see Lesnar and make me want to watch them. Like, some of these ones that are kind of getting kind of stale a little bit, like when they did the Triple H one for the 20th time, and then some of these other ones. If you give something this good to Heyman, he's going to make it incredible.
He'll make it as good as
he'll make it the biggest draw in a long time.
But I just think.
They'll wait till SummerSlam.
I don't even think you have to. I don't think you have to put the title on Strowman either. Like, I think you can leave it on Brock, and I think you can let Brock go over, and both guys can walk out looking super strong.
Yeah, nobody's gonna look weak if Lesnar loses to Strowman. He won't look weak because look at who he's fought. Fought. Like,
both guys can come out looking just like when Roman Reigns had the match against Roman. When Roman Reigns had the match against Braun Strowman before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Was it Fastlane? Yeah,
Fastlane. Or even like the match they just
had.
They
both, Roman won, but Strowman kicked out of, maybe, it might have been 2 spears. I know he kicked out of 1 spear. and like nobody kicks out of Roman spear. Like when's the last time somebody's kicked out of Roman spear? Like
they never do it after 2. Ever.
Yeah, like Strowman kicked out of the spear and everybody freaked out. I mean, like Roman clean pinned him, but I mean both guys come out looking super strong. It wasn't like anybody looked weak. So I mean you can definitely do the same thing especially with Brock. I mean anybody can if he just puts Brock on if he keeps Brock. Nobody's just kept Brock on the ground for an extended match. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, never.
Let Strowman keep him on the ground, and then Brock just hits a hot streak at the end. And
the one thing they can't do, though, like, we really want to see it. We've talked about this for probably over a year. We've been wanting to see this. The one thing that we don't want to see is either one of them can't get just beat. Like, it has to be a good victory. Whoever wins, like, I don't want any interference. I don't want any false finish. I want a good, clean, like, I don't know. And I don't want any guy looking weak. I want because look at him. You can't.
If you send one of these guys out of this match looking weak, I mean,
it's just gonna kill the whole thing, and it'll end up being like a regular match, which is not.
Yeah, you can't.
This is a special thing. Like they can't.
You can
they don't ruin this.
You can make it for the title. I mean, Braun Strowman's so over. You could put the title on him for about a month if you really. I mean, if you really wanted to see what people are gonna think, he's so over. He's so hot.
And like, let's go over some reasons why we want to see it. It's believable.
The athleticism in both men.
The only legitimate opponent, if you were going to be honest with yourself, is probably Braun Strowman. For Brock Lesnar,
yeah,
maybe a couple others like Baron Corbin kind of guys, but
both of the draw like Braun Strowman, most over guy, Lesnar, UFC guy that he sells out pay-per-views.
And if you're an outside fan and you know how if you're like a UFC fan that kind of casually watches WWE and you see like they probably normally wouldn't watch, but if they see a guy that's way bigger than Brock Lesnar. Like that much bigger, you might want to just see what happens, kind of thing.
Yeah, that dude is like people don't. He's
a tank.
He's bigger than like the Mountain everybody talks about from Game of Thrones. He's bigger than that guy. Like people like use him as like the most
measuring stick
bad
for all
man
big
on the
people.
Planet. Yeah, like Braun Strowman's bigger than the Mountain.
Well, Braun Strowman's not just big. Like he's a legitimate athlete.
Yeah, he's a former heavy Arnold strongman competition competitor and.
I know he used to play only the football or something.
Only the 10 strongest people in the world get invited to that.
Yeah.
And he got invited. So, I mean...
Yeah, he's an animal. He's a mutant.
But, I mean, so the strength in both men, the athleticism in both men, it's believable that it can look real. I mean, both those guys...
They can do... Because neither one of those guys...
Both those guys can go in there and probably get a little stiff with each other and they'll both walk out fine.
Neither one of those guys are going to be like, oh, he's hurting me, I'm too small to defend myself. Like
none of that. They can both walk in there and get a little stiff and still walk out fine. Like...
And if you think about it, like, when's the last time we've had, like, a big, larger-than-life kind of match, like, in a long time? Like, I mean, two huge, like...
For a big main event, like they do Braun and Big Show and Raw a lot, but, I mean, it lasts 10 minutes.
But the Big Show's going to lose, because it's like, okay, guy that's about to retire, future big-time star.
Who's the hottest guy?
Who do you think's going to win?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Brock Lesnar,
Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman, if they had a match...
If they had a series of matches, I don't want to see them do one. I want to see them have a series of matches.
The next pay-per-view, if they had a match, Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar right now for the title, I would not bet that Brock Lesnar would walk out with a championship.
Well, like we said earlier, like I think they'll probably wait till SummerSlam. But if I were WWE, I would do this. I would bring him back for
the next pay-per-view.
This pay-per-view, this next Raw pay-per-view, and then the next one, and then I think SummerSlam's after that one, right?
Yeah.
And let them split matches. However you want to do it. I don't know. Like, have the first one not be for the title or something. Then the next one, it is for the title. Lesnar beats him or something.
Yeah, so Braun Strowman...
So then Braun Strowman's like, hey, I deserve we're 1 for 1. And this time I want it for the title. And then let him do it at SummerSlam. And if you are going to give the title to him, let him do it there at SummerSlam. For the third time. And you can get a string of matches, 3 months, right there. There's your next 3 pay-per-views.
I'm serious. I cannot sit here today and say I think in a title match... Definitively, I can say Braun Strowman loses. I can't do it.
I mean, either way, I would be okay with it.
I'm okay either way. Absolutely, I'm definitely okay.
Yeah, I think they should start it pretty soon. I don't want them.
They definitely need to pull the trigger on it quick because Brock hasn't been on TV since WrestleMania, and
it's a matter of Brock Lesnar's about to come back, but it's like don't let him feud with Seth Rollins or Finn Balor. Like I want to see it later on, but I want to see this right now.
I'm not so sold on.
I don't even really want to see him do Finn Balor. I like the Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
One. Because, remember whenever him and Seth Rollins had that program back in 2015? I thought that was really good, and then The Undertaker came back, and it was, his first night.
They just kind of interrupted it.
Yeah, and they had about a 3-minute match the night Undertaker came back. I thought it was really good, until it got ended.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind seeing, and they already have, a story to build, all right, we kind of hinted towards it earlier, The Finn Balor one, I think he might be a little bit too small to do it. Like,
well, it looks like they're gonna sell the Finn Balor Bray Wyatt thing. It looks like they're gonna pull the trigger on that. So.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people have been saying. I don't really care either way for that. That sounds all right. Like,
it's like they need to utilize Finn Balor more. Like they need to give him better opportunities. Like
I think he should be in
give him better opportunities than Bray Wyatt, but not Lesnar. Like
I think he should be in the title picture after Lesnar loses the title.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Like,
and Seth, I think you can always move him around. I don't know. It's for once. It's like, you know, think about like 3 or 4 years ago. It was not this title picture is so like fresh compared to what it used to be.
Yeah.
You know, it used to be like Orton, Cena, and then it was kind of Reigns, and then all the Shield guys.
Little bit of Rollins.
Yeah, it was kind of like, all right, Orton, Cena, and then
Triple H, Reigns.
Triple H, and then Edge and Orton if you want to go back like kind of far. Batista. And then it was like that for a long time. And then it was like, all right, the new era. Okay, you got all the Shield guys just dropping the title with each other. It seemed like.
Yeah.
And then now it's kind of refreshing because you got Finn Balor, you got Seth Rollins, you got Braun Strowman and Lesnar. I kind of like this title picture.
Yeah, you got giants and you got high flyers in there.
Yeah, I mean they have a good mix of guys now.
It's really good. It's really good.
And on SmackDown, I think they really kind of need to get some. They kind of took a lot of the guys from SmackDown and put them on Raw.
Yeah, Raw took all the stars from
Cena called it whenever they did the first Talking Smack after the draft.
So SmackDown's kind of ratings are going to be dropping probably, I'd say.
It sucks because they had the best natural show, I thought.
Yeah, they
all had
the
first pick of the draft too. Like
they had the first 2 picks.
Yeah, I mean somehow they got beat.
They got Raw. I think they took Finn Balor and Rollins. I think for the first 2 picks, or was it? Might have been Rollins. No, I think it was Rollins and Charlotte were the first 2 picks. They took Finn Balor 3rd and Lesnar 4th. Raw got 2 picks.
They got all the people they wanted. And I actually heard the draft wasn't pre-planned I heard that they just actually
Finn Balor really somebody come up to him and was like, you might be going to the draft, we don't know yet. He was sitting there watching it. He didn't know definitively he was going. Like a lot of the guys didn't know definitive. Like they obviously knew if you're on the main roster you're getting drafted, but they said about 65% of the people really didn't know what brand they were going to.
I heard that they didn't even plan it like they usually do. I heard it was you actually didn't know.
They done pretty much a legitimate draft.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard it was pretty much like that.
Yeah, it was pretty much a legitimate
I've seen
the NFL draft.
I've seen a Kurt Hawkins shoot where he said even back in the day when they do the little TV thing where it goes through all the picks and then it stops on somebody. Yeah. He said you didn't know for a shoot where you're going until you see it.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So I mean, if they were doing it 10 years ago, why not do it now? And plus, they actually had Stephanie and Shane and all those people, Dana Bryan and Mick Foley actually go out there, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, but SmackDown, I think they need to let John Cena come back, get some star power on there. They're kind of getting a little thin on talent.
Yeah, as soon as John Cena's completely done wrapping this movie up, I'm sure he'll be back. And
AJ Styles, I want to see him in the main event again.
Yeah. Once he's done with this mid card, it's good to elevate the United States title. But
they need him in the upper part of the card.
Yeah, Randy Orton's boring as a champion. I'm sorry, he's boring. He's lazy. Sorry, but he's lazy.
He has been kind of lazy.
He wasn't even on TV this week, and he's the WWE champion.
The House of Horrors match was straight garbage, I thought.
The WWE champion has to be on TV. That's part of getting the belt. Lesnar is Lesnar. He's his own thing. Randy Orton.
Lesnar doesn't want to be champion. He agrees to this amount of dates, and then they're like, "Hey, can you be champion during those dates?" I'm sure he's like, "Yeah, but I'm not going. I'm not doing more dates. We agreed to this, and then we agreed to me being champion afterwards."
Yeah, exactly.
So Orton knows what's
He knows what the deal is.
Plus, I mean, I hate to say it, you can't have a 2-grade scale. I mean, Lesnar he gets more eyes on the product than anybody else. There's exceptions.
Yeah, there's ways around rules if you're saying like Brock Lesnar. I mean,
I
really want him and Braun Strowman to feud for that title.
I think
they really need to go ahead and put
it would be interesting.
It would be the most interesting.
Plus, if you do that, you can save Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, and you can crank out a pay-per-view with 3-4 good matches.
If you go ahead and let Braun Strowman do it now, you still got a Finn Balor shot at the title, and you still got a Rollins shot at the title. So you got 3 years of WWE, 2.5 to 3 years of main events, schedule.
I've heard Jim Cornette say he wants to see at WrestleMania Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe, which I think could be kind of interesting because
Samoa Joe's got to build up a little bit more.
Well, he said at WrestleMania, next WrestleMania.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that's a year, so yeah.
So I think that could be kind of cool.
That'd be cool, but this Braun Strowman thing and Lesnar.
This is what we really want to see. If WWE's watching and we get one request, is that Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar.
This has got to happen.
Can we just see it?
Yeah, just let it happen. Even if we want a series match, but I mean, if you just do it one time, we'll still be happy.
And those guys are big guys that can go out there and do a 20-minute match. They're not like Goldberg and like The Undertaker is.
Yeah, they can both go.
They can go out there and have like an actual main event caliber match.
Yeah, they can go forever. So
it would be so good though.
Hopefully they do it. We really want to see it.
Let us know what you think about it and what you would like to see.
Let us know. Should have been a poll at the beginning of this video, like up in the corner. I don't know if it's above me or maybe above him. It's above one of us. I don't know. Who cares? You'll click on it and go back and rewind and vote on the poll. You need to do it. Check out one of our other videos in our WWE or NFL. We'll put a related video that you.
We got playlists on our channel. Whatever you want to watch, it's on there.
One of the videos we think you might like is right around in here somewhere, so check it out, and subscribe button's above my head. Thanks for watching this video, and hey, watch our other videos.